Hi, my name is Cindy, and I've been with Good Grief America Project Economy now for going on 3 years. And in early 2008, my husband and I were both successfully living the American dream. We both worked hard and were successful at our jobs. He is a contractor and I as a loan officer. And then the bottom fell out of the economy, and overnight our incomes dropped by 90%. At the time, we were building our dream home, and we were 85% complete when our lender, WAMU, went bankrupt and was purchased by Chase. Chase began adding on huge fees and additional requirements, and we were eventually forced to stop construction, and Chase foreclosed on a $700,000 loan and sold our home as land only for $248,000. Then they sent us a 1099-C for over $600,000 worth of unearned income. At that time, we were living in another home we had built as an investment right next door. We had listed it for sale, but with values dropping, we had no offers. In January of 2009, we missed our first payment, and in August, knowing a foreclosure was looming and tired of living in fear and shame, we moved out of the home and into a rental. We had no idea what our rights were or even how the system worked. We were just emotionally tired of the innumerable phone calls, people driving up to our house, leaving notes on our doors, and taking pictures through our windows. We felt like caged animals with no hope. In October of 2009, we were invited to Good Grief America's, now Project Economy's, first homeownership workshop. I was floored by what I learned in that one meeting. Afterward, I introduced myself to Mark and suggested I would love to work with them, and that was the beginning of an amazing journey. My husband and I immediately moved back into our home, which by some miracle had not yet had its locks changed, and I had applied for several modifications prior to this point, but continued to work that system as one of the stall tactics learned from Good Grief America. In April of 2010, I was under contract to short sell a home I owned in Colorado. I had a cash buyer and a 90-day contract. 3 days before my sale date on a Friday afternoon, Chase demanded that I update my entire package, all new financials and payoffs. I had to have this all in by the end of that day or they would cancel my sale. I sent in my paperwork, and they told me they would delay the foreclosure, but 3 days later, they foreclosed and sold my home. In April of 2011, we agreed to short sale our last home. Chase offered to pay us $35,000 as incentive. Because we had a $200,000 unbankruptable lien on our home from the state, I had my attorney, who I found through Project Economy, negotiate with the state to take the $35,000 as a settlement and release us from any further payments. Our sale closed in April of this year, removing almost $1.5 million worth of debt from us. Although we walked away with no cash in our pocket from the sale, using the incentive as leverage to wipe out the state debt was huge for us. We now live in a beautiful home, rented to us by a wonderful member of Project Economy. The stress and the shame are gone, and we will be forever grateful to Mark and Nancy for their support, education, and love through these past 3 years. I continue to work with Project Economy doing research and managing the office. I can't think of a more fulfilling job or more wonderful people to work with. For those of you still in this battle, hang in there, never give up, keep fighting, hold your heads up, and one day your perfect solution will come too. Thank you.